What is happening, Internet? How's everybody doing? Welcome to the Lego Batman OG, Lego Batman 4 discussion video live stream things. We have two things left to do. We have the Bane stuff today. So there will be much discussion about Bane today, and Bane's role in the new game. Yes. As well as, we will be taking questions, so Super Chats get priority, but other questions will be answered as well. So do not fret, friends. We will be doing much tonight with Bane. So, there's that. Hi guys, how's it going? Okay, so Bane only has a short role in this game, though, unfortunately. He ends up getting defeated really early on with Penguin stuff. Time to lock in with the likes. Yeah, I mean, we already got 1,000 views, so we're good with another stream tomorrow. My rule on this channel is 1,000 views. But yeah, so we're gonna talk about Bane's role as well as how the whole movie thing. I called it a movie again. How the whole game thing is gonna work. Because the entire game situation is different. It's basically a combination of all things Batman. It's not like a direct adaptation or even like heavily inspired by the movies. Case in point, let's talk about this. So Red Hood 1 is a combination, like the Red Hood is a new 52 villain, like a reimagining of the Joker as the Red Hood, which he appeared as the Red Hood in Alan Moore's The Killing Joke. But they did this whole thing where, you know, Joker, or Jack, or whatever his name was in charge of, like, all these bad guys, right? He had his own gang of Red Hood people, the Red Hood gang. And in the Lego game, you face off against the Red Hood gang. It takes about, like, 45 minutes, something like that. It's a part of the story. And they combine several movies into one, plus the comic book story. So you go to Ace Chemicals, like in the Batman '89 movie, where you confront Jack. In this case, you confront the Red Hood 1. And leading up to the Ace Chemicals, they do the Bears. The Bears with the drugs inside. So the Bears are from Batman Begins. So they combine several elements into one story level. So that got me thinking, like, what are they going to do for the other things? Like, are we going to see Scarecrow and some of these other characters, or will Scarecrow not be in the game entirely because they're only doing, like, you know, kind of inspired things? Like, maybe the Batman Returns section of the game with Penguin and Catwoman would also combine with the Batman, because that is also a Penguin and Catwoman story. So I was thinking about that. I was like, okay. So what does this mean for our boy Bane? Like, what are they going to do with Bane? Are they going to do straight-up Dark Knight Rises and break Batman and go into the Nightfall comics? Or are they going to do something completely different? Like, that I don't know, but it makes me wonder, like, if they're combining movie elements just based on what we saw with Red Hood 1 and being, like, a combination of all kinds of different Batman stories in that one story level, which is relatively early on. Like, the Batman Begins stuff happens, and then it bleeds run into the Red Hood 1, because I believe he says Falcone was defeated prior to that point. I have to go back and watch my gameplay footage, but I'm pretty sure Batman defeats he beats Falcone, and then it leads into the Red Hood 1 thing, because he's trying to take over Gotham. I could be wrong, but I don't know. I mean, we have a long time to speculate before that actually happens, so. Bruce Wayne's private jet. Yes, let's go with that. Harbor helicopter. Riddler jet. Mad Hatter glider, because why not? Police officer, all these people, blah, 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 blah. And you can make custom characters in this too if you want to. Riddler Goon. Riddler Henchman. See, Goon and Henchman are completely different things. It's like, there's different tiers of Goon and Henchman. Henchman usually means like a higher tier, like, more respectable position than Goon. Goon doesn't mean very much authority. you have a little bit of authority. But, you know, usually a henchman would be in charge of a goon. And then, if you're someone's #1 guy, like Bob... Bob, gun. Yeah.
But let us not stand on ceremony here. Let us get to the Bane missions, yes? That is why you are all here. I believe that, yes, power-crazed penguin, right? Go inside. There it is. Excellent. We're playing Lego Batman, rocking the ducks.
They both do the same thing. Batman Returns and The Batman. Well, they are different stories. Batman Returns is the sequel to Batman '89, and it takes place at Christmas time. The Batman does not take place at Christmas time. The Penguin is not running for mayor. He owns a nightclub, the Iceberg Lounge. Sort of. Yeah, I think it is the Iceberg Lounge that he owns. And he is a associate of Carmine Falcone. Until the end of that, and then the Penguin show goes into more details and stuff like that. But it's not really Batman Returns, but I'm saying you could combine elements of Batman Returns and the Batman into one, you know, story element, if you wanted to. But I would prefer Batman Returns because there's so much, like, being its own separate, like, story to the Batman. The Batman has its own stuff happening with the Riddler and, you know... I did finally get to see what Riddler looks like in the new game. Everybody can, like, not worry anymore. The Riddler looks like the Riddler. He doesn't look like Reddit mod from the Batman. He looks like the Riddler. It's more of a traditional kind of, like, approach to the character. Think like Batman the Animated Series and things like that. So he's wearing a suit, and he's got his, you know, domino mask, and he's got his hat. So he's like kind of a variation of the animated series in Arkham. And I think it's a good character design from what I've seen of him. So, yeah. Somebody was lucky enough not to get the silhouette for the Riddler when they were doing free roam. It actually shows what he looks like. So I saw that the last night, and I was like, okay, so he looks like Arkham Riddler. That's fine. Like, I think that's fine. I didn't like Reddit mod Riddler.
Get the Reddit mod out of here. We don't need the likes of them in our Batman game. Get out! And never return.
Yeah, so Bane has a very, very quick mission in this. He's not around very long. Bane is literally just hired muscle. But I really hope someday we actually get to see the, oh, what's his name? Chuck Dixon version of Bane. Because I love Chuck Dixon's Bane. Chuck Dixon's Bane is peak. If we would actually get, you know, somebody that doesn't look like a luchador wrestler or, you know, anything like that, and we just get, like, classic Chuck Dixon Bane, that would be sick. Especially one that can transform with the ooze. It'd be fantastic. I would be all for that. I'd be like, yes! Let's go. Dun, 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 dun. Isn't the climax of the Penguin campaign in Lego Batman 1 already Batman Returns? No. I wouldn't say so. But what I'm saying is I would love for Batman Returns and the Batman to be separate. There's so much storytelling in Batman Returns involving Catwoman and Penguin and Max Schreck and stuff like that. Those characters need room to breathe. Mixing it together, like, just theoretically, if they are mixing it together with the Batman, I think that's a terrible idea. Because, for one, Penguin and Catwoman did not work together in the Batman. So, they weren't trying to kill Batman. But I did learn that Catwoman starts out as a villain in the Legacy of the Dark Knight. And she will be a playable hero later on. So, probably her first appearance would be like the Batman Returns stuff. And then when we get toward the Dark Knight Rises, that's when Catwoman will probably join our side or something like that. So they're going to have her play the role of the anti-hero for a while. And Talia, the same thing. I don't know when Talia will show up again. Talia will be at the very beginning of the game, how it was explained to me. With the Batman Begins, like, ninja training arc. And then Talia will appear later in the game, probably around the time Bane arrives. But I don't know. But Bane could have a lot of unique roles in the game, though. He could actually break the bat leading into the Nightfall game. Like, or the Nightfall arc of the story. If Nightfall is even in the story, we don't know. Because remember, they're borrowing from, like, really popular comics and doing their own thing. So, they did their own thing with the Red Hood gang. If they did Nightfall, theoretically, they would probably do their own version of it. But, I don't think we'll see Bane until, like, near the end of the game. I don't see how he could show up, like, so early in the game when his whole point in the movie is he breaks Batman for a while. Like, Batman has his back broken for at least, like, a couple months. And then magically, it gets better because of Nolan Chiropractor. Let me fix your back. Ah! Yep. He just needed to go. So technically, his back wasn't broken then. He probably had his back sprained. It was sprained so badly that, you know, he needed a really good chiropractor in Tibet or something. No Lazarus Pit. I thought they would actually use the Lazarus Pit in that movie. I remember sitting in the theater with Amber and I'm like, hey, they're probably going to do the Lazarus Pit because how else are they going to explain Batman gets his back broken? Then a couple scenes later, it's this dude with acupuncture and, like, you know, chiropractor stuff. And I'm just like, that's lame. That doesn't make any sense. How would that work? Okay, whatever. It's like, give the man his Lazarus Pit. Let's go. Nope. No Lazarus Pit. But I like the guy who is voicing Bane. I think he's pretty cool. He's from some vampire show, correct? Or something like that. He's a very popular character in pop culture right now. The Matt Berry guy, is that his name? He doesn't sound like Tom Hardy, though.
The Gotham, or whatever his name is, what is his name? The Bane in Dark Knight Legacy doesn't sound like Nolan Bane. He sounds like, what's his name? The actor used to be around and played a lot of bad guys. He sounds like Tim Curry, with a bit more refined accent, and less mumbling Bane, where you need subtitles in order to understand what he's saying. But that's the fun of doing this character, is people don't understand everything that you're actually saying.
Did we get a super chat? I missed that. Do you think they will reference the Batman and Robin Bane? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe he goes to the gym and he gets better or something like that. I don't know. But I like the Bane model that they're showing us in the Legacy of the Dark Knight, or Dark Knight Legacy, or whatever you want to call it. Da, 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 come, Bane. Okay, so Penguin has to blow that stuff up, which we're gonna blow that stuff up. Ba-bam! So I'm a little bit late because I was making another Lego Batman movie, or Batman video. So tomorrow's Batman video at noon is on the Court of Owls. And if you guys didn't know this or not, the Court of Owls will be in the new Lego Batman game. They have hints of them all over the game with different parts of Gotham. Has Beware the Court of Owls, and it has like the Court of Owls nursery rhyme, like written on, spray painted on walls and by abandoned buildings and stuff like that. Some people have seen an owl in the game, like, you know, perched and stuff like that. So the fact that, I would say it would be like a one-off Easter egg if there's just one wall of graffiti with the Court of Owls, just like, it's a throwback. But the fact that there's so much graffiti in Gotham of the Court of Owls, it makes me really think that we're going to see the Court of Owls in this game. Like in the new Lego Batman 4. Because like I said, usually if it's like a tasteful Easter egg in a Lego game, it's just one billboard and it's like, ah, you know this? We're referencing this. But don't expect a lot from it. But the fact that there's multiple, like, graffiti all over Gotham that has the Court of Owls, like, on it, you know, like, beware the Court of Owls or the owls are watching you, that kind of stuff, leads me to think that probably the Court of Owls will play a role in it. And the fact that Dick Grayson will go from his origin of Robin to Nightwing. One of the things that they failed to utilize in the Gotham Knights game is there did no connection between Dick Grayson and the Court of Owls. They never did the beware the Grayson of Gotham thing. Like, as far as I know, all 4 Gotham Knights have no connection to the Court of Owls at all, other than, you know, the mystery tied to Batman's death. And that was a huge missed opportunity because Dick Grayson has a significant role throughout the New 52 and even DC Rebirth with the Court of Owls. So they kind of dropped the ball, so to speak, with that. So maybe the Lego game, since it, you know, spans Dick Grayson's career as Robin and then going into Nightwing, maybe they could actually do something with the Court of Owls. I don't know, though. So it's just going to be a fun speculation video. We're going to have footage from Gotham Knights. Footage from Lego DC Supervillains that had Talons as playable characters. And just, you know, go over some story ideas that I think could happen. It'll be like a 10 or 15 minute video. Nothing major. But I am going to talk extensively about the Court of Owls tomorrow. So that'll be fun. And that video will be at noon tomorrow. So please look forward to it. The last video didn't do well, but maybe the Court of Owls video will do well. I don't know. It all has to do with how you tag and title the video. So I'll have to be a little spicy with my tagging or something in order to get people to watch it. The last video only got 5,000 views, which is good, but it's not great. That's no different than my Switch 2 news videos that I do. Alright, Pangy, blow this stuff up because you can. Of course, we're playing on Steam Deck too, so that's why the game looks significantly better than what you're accustomed to.
The game looks pretty good for 2008, wouldn't you agree? I would say yes. Yes, it does.
And that would also be new territory too, breaking into that. But back to the Bane thing. If Talia is only going to be playable in a couple story levels that she is a part of, she plays a significant role in Dark Knight Rises. So maybe they'll find ways of, like, improving her character a little bit. Because in the Dark Knight Rises, it featured Bane was the guy who was going around causing all kinds of mischief. And then Talia was the power behind the throne that, you know, had a really lame death sequence inside of a truck. One of the worst comic book deaths ever. I will get revenge and then die. Ugh. And Bane was just basically the guy who was following her orders. But everybody thought he was the guy in charge, but he wasn't. You know? So, that was interesting. So maybe Talia will play a big role in the Dark Knight Rises aspect of the game. Because I'm pretty sure that they're gonna... I don't think they're gonna do the Jack Nicholson Joker at all. I think what they're gonna do after the Red Hood gang, like eventually in the story, what they'll probably like bring Joker into will be a variation of the Dark Knight. Because The Dark Knight is the best-selling Batman movie of all time, as well as it's one of the most popular Batman movies of all time. So I could see them doing a lot with the Dark Knight movie and having it be like several episodes or something like that. And the Joker will just combine elements of Jack Nicholson's Joker with like the mime thugs and the thugs in the purple jackets and things like that. And then they'll just do the Dark Knight story, and maybe that's how Two-Face will get involved as well. But, you know, somebody was also talking to me, and they were like, hey, that whole, like, you know, 3 Joker thing that you had, maybe they actually will do that. And I'm like, I don't really want them to do that, though. It's like, maybe it was just for the trailer they made Heath Ledger's Joker look like he was wearing face paint, because we clearly see Joker fall into the vat of chemicals. So the only way that it could be like the 3 Jokers thing is if the Dark Knight Joker is somebody completely different than the Joker that Batman ends up creating from Ace Chemicals. Because pretty much they went over all the lines of the '89 Batman movie with Jack Nicholson's Joker as Red Hood 1. He talked about the time to retire, feel free to drop in. That's the climax of the movie. He talked about, like, I'm no killer. He talked about, like, I love a good party. He said, have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? Never rub another man's rhubarb. He's done all that stuff. So, the next time Joker appears, he'd be using a lot of, like, Heath Ledger stuff. Unless he's going to have a different appearance every time we see the Joker in the game, but I don't know. No way of knowing, you know? I don't know how people feel about the Three Jokers story. It's not one of my favorites. It's okay. But I like there only being one Joker, you know? But that's just me. I'm not really big on modern comics anyway. I like the older stuff. We got another super chat? Alright, one sec. Okay, so this stuff just... What? Ah, you think you can... Oh, you can defeat Bane. Never mind. I was trying to open up my phone so I could see what the super chat was. Let me deal with these coppers, and then I'll open up my phone and see what's going on. Out of my way, chump. Okay. I'm trying to. Come on, phone. Just stand in the rain there, Bane. Okay. Go to bed, go to bed, go to bed. Oh, got to go to bed. Okay, you have a good night, Venom. At least Gotham Knights isn't Batman Dark Tomorrow. That's true, Ivan. Steam Deck, great choice. Thank you. Bane said thanks to Bruce when he talked to him in the room when they're in the pit. It is literally the Lazarus pit, which makes a realistic version of it. Keep Nolan tone of the first two movies, Luke. Yeah, okay, fine. It is a giant pit that he climbs out of and whatever, but I still wanted to see the Lazarus pit. I know they were trying to do the realistic thing, but when he had his back broken, I was just kind of like, okay, so how's he going to get better? And it's like, what? So then he didn't really break his back then. He sprained his back. What? Maybe Heath is J-Man from Batman Beyond. Nah, he's Joker. He is Joker. Nobody really asked them, like, why does, what's his name look like that? If he falls in the vat of chemicals, why is he using face makeup? Because Heath Ledger's Joker used face makeup. He had some disfiguration from something else, but it wasn't from, you know, a vat of chemicals. There was no vat of chemicals. His face got disfigured, and he had lots of different ways of saying how it happened, more or less. What do you do? We're gonna drive this thing? Oh, I guess so. Forgot about the car. What now? Drive it? Throw it? What? Okay, well, I don't know why we rebuilt that car. Oh, it's not done yet. That's why. Stop that. Now it's done. Now it's done. Now we have to drive these into place, I believe. Drive them on the, yeah, there it is. Drive them here. And then get the other car. Oh! It's just the one? Bane, come here. Go get the other one. Out of my way!
If you don't leave, I will crush you.
Will new Lego sets be produced because of the Lego Batman 4? Example being Heath Ledger Joker? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Sometimes that happens because of the games. They make new Lego Batman sets. I've never collected the Lego Batman Legos. I was given a gift package of Lego Batman stuff when Lego Batman 3 came out and when Lego Batman 1 released. But I never did anything with those. I think I gave them away to Toys for Todd or something like that. Because I can't build Legos anyway. So I gave them away. The only one I kept is I have a Keaton Batmobile somewhere because I'm a huge fan of '89 Batman, so... Oh, that was nothing. Okay, so that was just... Okay, that makes sense. Let's go, Bane. Let's go, Bane. Let's go. Lots of laughing faces. Does Luke have a wife? I think I... Wow. Douche. This is why I don't like answering non-super super chats. That was rude. What was the super chat? Sorry about that. Had to take care of something. Hope we see a side mission of smaller villains like Baby Doll or Grundy being a side mission, and more bosses than just in the story. Yeah, I would agree with that. I'm actually, like, I was playing around with the idea of having, like, Mad Hatter and the Court of Owls and some other people be, like, side missions like Arkham. Not full-blown story levels that are, like, 40 minutes long, but, like, 15-minute little story things. Like, little side missions. Kind of like, some of the side missions that you undertook in, like, Lego DC Supervillains. Stuff like that. Huh? When Suicide Squad came out immediately was like, for Gotham Knights, perhaps I judged you too harshly, but Gotham Knights should have delayed longer, could have gotten the original cut. Gotham Knights, the game wasn't bad. It had a lot of problems when it released. Like, they fixed the speed of the game. The story is still kind of meh. But, like, you know, and some of the narrative choices are a little annoying, but it's nowhere near as bad as the Suicide Squad. Like, Gotham Knights, I think people judge it too hard, because the Suicide Squad showed that it could be much, 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 much worse, right? So that's why I've told people, like, as a rule of thumb, it's probably not good to say, well, it can't get worse from here, because then we'll get another Suicide Squad. So, Gotham Knights, they polished up, and even the latest version of Gotham Knights you can get now, because when I first covered the game, it was slow as dirt. There was performance problems, the game had sputtering, it had screen tearing, the characters moved slower than they did in, like, the Arkham games. The combat was really, like, not fun. And then, by the time I replayed the game, because I did, like, 3 playthroughs of the game. The third playthrough was after their first update. I think the third playthrough was Red Hood over on the O1 channel. The first playthrough was Nightwing. The second playthrough was... or wait, Nightwing and Batgirl was the main playthrough on the Let's Play channel. The first playthrough of Robin was on, at the same time, in the O1 channel. And then 6 months after that was the Red Hood thing. And then Amber and I did another stream, like, 6 months after the game came out. We played through it again. And it ran better. So maybe if they did have a little bit more polish and stuff like that, they didn't remove Stephanie from the game and some other stuff, it probably would have been a little bit better. As well as if Batman was a playable character, like a prologue mission or something like that, instead of like an opening movie, that probably could have been good too. But I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not great. Like, it's still midnight. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not backpedaling that far and saying, oh yeah, the game is like Arkham Origins. No. It doesn't get the same respect as Arkham Origins. Arkham Origins earned that respect. Gotham Knights is still a lazy cash grab, but it wasn't as bad as the Suicide Squad. Like, they did put in the effort. They tried to do something new. They didn't make fun of their fan base. I don't remember any punching down in Gotham Knights toward Arkham fans the way that Suicide Squad punched down on Arkham fans. Like, calling us all kinds of, you know, essentially they were calling us gooners and all kinds of stuff in the Suicide Squad. And making fun of people being like, oh, you're upset that now, like, a character that was traditionally white is now black. So, I mean, they were doing all kinds of stuff like that. They were, like, really messing with the narrative and, you know... why is that ladder not working? That's weird. Isn't that ladder supposed to work? Nani! I need to get up there. I need to get up that ladder, yo. How do I get up there? I know I'm supposed to climb up there, but how? Oh! That's how. Okay, never mind. Never mind, I'm stupid. Sorry, guys, I had a jerkwad say something pretty nasty about Amber, and I went off on him for a second. So I'm a little distracted. I'm not thinking clear. Whoops. No. Alright, there you go. Bye-byes. Now we're where we need to be. And I lost my chat. Yeah, okay, so that was on Suicide Squad. Dark Knight Bane footage of him VOD over singing Bane. That's my name. Yes, I love the, what was it? The YouTube video with Bane rapping? Yeah.
Bane, that's my name.
Rhymes with pain. Something like that. That was a great YouTube video. I don't know who made that, but that's a great parody video. That's when YouTube shines, is when it makes fun of stuff. And then somebody says, "You suck, Bane!" And Bane's like,
"Who said that? Kill them all."
You know? Because it was back to being serious Bane after that, because somebody said, "You suck, Bane." And then Bane was like, "I see." He's like, "Kill them all." So, because Bane in the Dark Knight was a very ruthless character. Like, people forget that, but Bane like killed a lot of people with his own bare hands. Like, he was a monstrous dude in you know, the Nolan universe. He was not somebody you wanted to mess around with, like, at all. Whoops. Get up there, Penguin. Thank you. You did not want to mess with Bane. Bane would wreck you. Bane took no crap from anybody. Shoot, I did it again. Gotta stay away from that. Come here. Come here, Panky. Up we go. This time, don't float off the level, please. Do not float away. Stay in the middle. There. So how did Bane get over here? I can't... That's for another character. I can't do that. Bane, you can walk through poison, right? Of course he can. Yeah, Bane can walk through poison. Penguin cannot. The drainage is good. Excellent. Notice how the sailors that we're beating up is from the Batman 66 movie. So... I'm sure you guys have seen the 1966 Batman movie, at least I hope you have. At least once in your life. You don't have to watch it all the time, but hopefully at least once you've seen it. Because there's a lot of references to LEGO games that, for both LEGO Batman 1, 2, and 3, and even LEGO DC Supervillains, that has throwbacks to the Adam West stuff too. So, this game in particular does have some throwbacks as well. BTS or Justice League, the animated series, what's your favorite? My favorite is Batman the Animated Series. Without Batman the Animated Series, you wouldn't have gotten Justice League. Which is true. Ugh, what a dirty boat. Blow it up. Boom. Fun times. I don't know what the bubbles even means. You would think they'd be fighting the police officers at this point, but now they're just fighting dockhand people. They're like, ah, okay, whatever. Break somebody. Yes! That's what I wanted to see. I will break you. Boom. And we're looking for something in particular. Drink. That's one way to clear up your storage locker. Just chuck everything around. It works, right? Then for everything else, there's explosions. Where are you going with that? That's not how that's supposed to go. There you go. The penguin that's inside of his hat is a throwback to Batman Returns. I don't know why they gave us that Easter egg in the Justice League movie where Alfred is talking to Batman about the biggest concern you had to worry about was, you know, wind up exploding penguins. I mean, that was a Batman Returns reference, but it was, I don't know, it was kind of nice to have it in there. Still these guys, huh? Alright. On my way. Thank you. Bye-byes. Okay, so we get all the super chats for now? Okay, good. Why on earth is WB so obsessed with the Suicide Squad? I don't know. Thought Gotham Knights was an average game, like a 5. Sure, it's harsh, but it doesn't help that it's so average. Sure, it has bad moments and good, but they're both... Yeah, that's why I said it's Midnights. That's why Gotham Knights, with most fans, especially on this channel, we call it Midnights because it's okay. It's not great. It's not amazing. It's fun at times, yeah, but it's mid. It's just like you're an average game. An Arkham game is not average. Arkham game is above average, you know? If an Arkham game is average, it's bad. And an average Arkham game is Batman Blackgate. Is super average. Did not care for that one. They made improvements when they made a quote-unquote HD port of it, but the original Nintendo 3DS and PlayStation Vita version of Blackgate is really bad. Did not care for it. And that was back where I had to be a little bit nice. Like, I remember doing the walkthrough of that, and I was like, I really don't like this game, but I didn't buy this. I have to, you know, I have to be somewhat favorable in my walkthrough, or I'm going to lose my, you know, my ability to get games early and go to press events and all this other stuff for WB. And what's funny is, I had that all taken away from me, like, 2 years after that. Like, from that one content creator, but, I had this mindset when I was working on the Batman Blackgate playthrough, was, you know, I need to be somewhat civil and sarcastic with my commentary with this, because I know the game is bad, or it's not very good, but I can't be outright spiteful, because they gave me the game and stuff like that. So I had to find a workaround, my coverage of Blackgate, but I didn't like Blackgate. And then once I was out of their program, I did another playthrough of Blackgate like 6 years after that, and I torched the game. Like, somebody really wanted my honest opinion, and they did a Ultimate Select series of Blackgate, and I tore that game to shreds. So, I finally got to be honest, like, this is what I really think about this, because no game company likes it when you're too blunt, or you're too, like, mean-spirited or stuff like that, so... if you're gonna really critique games and you don't want to hurt your reputation or your connection with a game developer, you don't want to be too mean-spirited. If you're gonna be mean-spirited, just buy the game and then go nuts. You want to get nuts? Then go nuts. But if they gave you the game, you got to be somewhat nice or at least polite. Otherwise, you'll get a bad reputation. Like other companies, it's not just that Warner Brothers would be like, "Oh, I'm never working with again." Konami might like hear from somebody at Warner Brothers like, "Ah, that person was super rude. Never work with that content creator." So, you gotta, as Total Biscuit always told me, you have to be careful how you approach things. He says you can be sarcastic, you can be witty, you can be kind of mean, but he says you can't be overtly mean. Otherwise, you won't, you know, you won't be in business very long. So, that's how I always approach things. I like to use sarcasm, because sarcasm is a lost art. Not many people have the wit to understand sarcasm, so I can get away with a lot. Sarcasm is my best friend. Because people are like, what did he say? Oh, he said he liked it. It's like, yeah, I said something in that regard. Maybe. Because you have to be really intelligent to understand sarcasm. Because sarcasm, if you do sarcasm right, it flies right over people's heads. And they don't know what you said. They're like, should I be offended about this or should I laugh? That's where they are. Oh, we're not gonna get supervillain status? That sucks. We're so close. No! Oh, ripped! No! He just leaves Bane behind.
Wait! I don't have an Uber! Curse you, Penguin! I will destroy everyone! Including you!
Bane is crashing out!
I'm crashing out! All will suffer my wrath! For I left my wallet in my other pants! And I will destroy you! Who's next? Oh, that's not good. Good night, everyone.
Bane is the most OP guy in his team? Well, yeah. Penguin left him behind, though. It's kind of funny. Penguin's like, alright, I'm out. Peace. That was the best voice thing for Bane. It fits so well. Bane crashing out. Oh, that hurts! 97%! Oh! Oh, no! Oh, that's not good. Ah! Bane is a henchman in this game? I know, I'm aware. Night, Silver Sonic. Have a good one. Continue the story. It's Catwoman time now. Why do people always pick on Amber? Because small people always pick on, like, a YouTuber's wife. It's what they do. Like, you have to understand that the internet is very mean to women. Like, the internet's always been mean to women, but there was always guys who don't like girls on the internet, so they're just cruel to them. Also, it has to do with jealousy. Like, people don't like that YouTubers are married sometimes because it's like, how did that person get married when I look better than that person? I had one guy, he gave me, it was a super chat years ago. I got like a $50 super chat. And he said, how did somebody as butt ugly as you score somebody like Amber? And I just said, thank you for the super chat, and I erased his message, and I didn't respond to him. But You know, this kind of stuff happens all the time. It's very common. Like, I can joke that I have a face for radio and stuff like that, but it's very rude to, you know, tell a streamer that they're ugly or whatever. It's kind of messed up. But people always mess with girls. And Amber's a very shy girl, too, and, you know, she gets very sensitive when people make fun of her. So that's why people do it, too, is Amber doesn't know how to deal with the online criticism. Some girls know how to ride the criticism or, like, the mean-spiritedness, and it doesn't affect them, but, you know, Amber gets hurt by it, so... And then she just bans you, but, you know. Yep, next year I go on 20 years of marriage, too. So, I mean, you know, we've been married a long time. I'm mad at Amber's boss yesterday because, like, Amber did an ultimate stream last night. You know, because we planned with our client to handle the ultimate stream. So that meant Amber wouldn't have to go to work the next day. And they called her in because somebody couldn't show up for work. And it's like, what I don't like about this cooking job is that they keep, like, you know, it's the same thing with retail in general. They just need somebody to open the store. And it's not just open, they keep her... It'd be one thing if she's, like, opening at, like, 4 in the morning and she comes home at, like, 7 or 8 in the morning. But they're keeping her until almost 1 o'clock every day. And she didn't get very much sleep yesterday at all. Because literally she was dozing off on the Lego Batman, what was it, the Lego DC Supervillain stream. You know, she was tired because she worked all day that day. And then she did the final, what was it, Gamescom thing for you guys or something? I don't remember. And then her job called her in. And the dude was calling my phone when I was in the middle of doing a voiceover. And Amber's boss is, like, Indian or something like that. So I have a new Indian voice, like, to do impressions of now. But I don't like the guy. He's just like, hello, I'm just letting you know that someone called in again, and we need Amber to come in and take their place. I know there's short notice, but she has a key, and I am not coming in. Then he hangs up, and I'm just like, just give me 5 minutes alone with this guy, because there's just something about this dude that I just do not like. You know, and I've even told Amber, I said, you should quit. Because they're not going to treat you good here. Like, I don't like it. He also interrupted, I was in the middle of recording something too, so I got really mad. I had to redo my recording a couple times. He messed up my Batman video for tomorrow. He called like 6 times. I do not appreciate him calling me at 4. Who calls at 4 in the morning? I am doing things. I had to redo the voiceover because of that jack-off several times, and I do not appreciate it. I was very, very upset. I was like a tornado of anger spinning about. Ugh. So, yeah, I didn't like that. I was like... And then I was like, how in the world did this guy get my phone number? I was like, Amber, did you give him our phone number? And she was like, no. I was like, okay, well, how does he have my phone number? Because I don't give my phone number out. So what's going on, you know? But that was weird. So, I mean, I blocked the guy. I'm not going to talk. He's not allowed to call me, like, after, like... I do not take phone calls after 11 o'clock at night. I really technically don't take phone calls after 10. But that was wicked annoying. I was like, what in the world, dude? And then he called my wife in to, you know, because some teenager didn't show up. And it's like, dude, you're the manager. You should take responsibility for your own store, you know? That's what I want to say to him. It's like, if I was the assistant manager, I would go in and I would work, you know? Be like, yeah, it sucks, but I mean, you're the manager of the store. You already had Amber work 2 shifts back to back. She can't be your, like, I'm gonna bail you out when she has a home business to run. Yeah, he's not gonna let me in. I didn't think so. Okay, that's not gonna work. So I got, you know, I got a little heated last night. I didn't appreciate it. I was like, what in the world, dude? That's messed up. Catwoman doesn't have explodey bombs, though. So how in the world are we supposed to get Pangy up there? Because Catwoman got up there somehow. How? We'll figure it out. Now, where you... Yeah, let him die, and don't worry about it. So, you know, I was a little annoyed. I was recording the Court of Owls video, and he... When somebody interrupts me, it's not like I can just, like, go back to where I was. I have ADD, so I lose my train of thought. And I was like, okay, so I'll just do it again. So the dude ruined my intro, like, a couple times. And then, like, I'm 10 minutes into the video, and he calls again, and I'm just like, ah! Then I go upstairs, and I just, you know, I talk to Amber, and I was like, they want you to come in. And she's like, what? But I've only had, like, a couple hours sleep. So I said, yeah, you should just tell the guy you work today, and you're not coming in. And she didn't do that. She texted the guy, and then she went into work anyway. And I was like, that's not what you're supposed to do. You should, you know, it's this dude's responsibility to take care of his own thing. You don't need to, you know, fill in for these flake teenagers. No offense to teenagers, by the way. But I'm just saying, like, it was annoying. And I think she works tonight, too. So that means she's been working 4 nights in a row. That's messed up. Is Catwoman supposed to charm that guy so he opens the door? Oh, okay, so you charm him. Oh. I guess so. Okay, I see it. Whatever. Gotta beat up the rent-a-cops and then say, you're overpaid. Does Catwoman not have a whip in this? Yeah, she does. Of course she does. Of course she has a whip. Alright, Pangy, how do we get you over here? Catwoman double jumps. There we go. It feels... Well, I mean, he's had so many women quit that job. And it's like... He's not a bad person. It's just like... I had a boss like that. My boss at Sears was like that. It was like... I know you closed at your other store... But I need you to come in and open, you know, tomorrow... because the guy who, you know, was going to do it is like... He's butt-faced drunk or something like that. And I'm like... That's not my problem. It's like... You come in early because I will be at the game store until midnight, and then I have a midnight opening. So we have this new game coming out tonight. I'm not driving home, and then coming into Sears at 5 in the morning to open when I have to work again. Like I'm scheduled to open for the game store. I can't do it. You have 4 other people that you can call, you know, or you can get. I told him straight up, I said, you can get off your lazy butt and you can go do it because you're not on the schedule tomorrow. It's like, you know. And he didn't appreciate me saying that, but it's like the dude was around my age. I wasn't going to have somebody talk down to me who's my age. In fact, I was older than him, you know. And I already had responsibilities as like an assistant manager at another store. So, but yeah, it does feel like he might be a nice guy in the sense that he and his wife run that, you know, restaurant or whatever, but the fact that just because Amber is able to come in doesn't mean that she should come in like 4 or 5 days in a row, like filling in for people. That's not going to work for me. And especially when we've already planned out, because you have to remember with our VIPs, we have to plan ahead of time with their schedule. Like with an ultimate and be like, okay, this is your availability, this is when it is. Because our priority is to our members, right? The cooking job is a side job. It's not... Our YouTube job is still the main priority. And we told him that when Amber was getting the job. We're like, you know... She's like, I have a home business that I work the most hours at, and I just need, like, 4 or 5 days a week so that we can afford groceries right now because, you know, our company's not doing well, but majority of our income is from our online job. And, you know, it feels like this guy now is kind of either taking advantage of it, but he had a bunch of people quit. So I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. But if he keeps calling my wife in, I am going to tell her to quit, basically, because it's not going to work out. It's going to keep, like, impacting our business, which is not good. Why is that not blowing up? Okay, there it goes. Booyah. Ow. I'm just glad he doesn't know what we do for a living, because he could easily watch me vent about Amber's job. They have no idea what Amber does. Which is great. She just says she has an online business, and they're like, oh, that's nice. Yep. She says, I have a very demanding online business. And it's like, yes, yes, you do. So, I mean, think about how many hours Amber worked yesterday. Like, Amber was working on the channel as soon as noon. She got off work at noon. And then she took, like, a little bit of a nap. Then she did the last of Gamescom. Then she did another stream. Then she was on for a little bit for Kirby, I think. Or, I don't remember. And then she got up later that night. After, like, a few hours sleep. And she did the, Lego DC Supervillain. She tried to do it. And then she was zonking out on it. And then I was like, it's okay, you can go to sleep, I got it. I can finish the rest of Brianna's stream. And not even like 2 hours after I finished Brianna's stream, that's when, you know, Mr. Manager called. It was just like, he didn't catch me at a good night. I don't like being interrupted. If I'm doing voiceover or something like that, I hate being interrupted. Because a lot of my voiceover stuff is ad-lib. I have an outline, like a written outline with bullet points, but I don't write out everything that I say anymore. It's not 2008. I like it to, you know, to be a bit more like free flow, you know? Like, I have my points, I'm going to talk about this, I'm going to talk about that, and then I'm, you know, I just keep going. That way, you know, it doesn't sound as, like, wooden or whatever. I like the spontaneity of it, sometimes. If it's like a big, like, 40-minute video or something like that, yeah, it's scripted. But if it's like a 10, 15-minute video, it's just ad-lib. Ad-lib with bullet points. And if I have to quote, like, a developer or something like that, I have a quote written down. That's about it. That's how I've always done stuff, though. And when I'm writing my bullet points too, I also write down, like, for the Court of Owls video that I'm doing, I even told myself, mental note, I need footage of Court of Owls from Lego DC Supervillains. I need some Court of Owls footage from my Gotham Knights playthrough, so I'm going to have to download clips off my YouTube channel for that. And, you know, use as much of the Lego Batman Dark Knight Legacy footage as I have as possible. And as well as find that screenshot that a content creator friend of mine showed me with the different Court of Owls graffiti. And then I just use all the other stuff as is. I don't even mess around with the music anymore, because the music, I just have it, like, ready to go. I just reuse the same music for the Lego Batman news. It's easier. Otherwise, it could take you, like, 15, 20 minutes just to do the music. Which it's true, it can. What's Amber's channel? She doesn't use her other channel very much. Her main channel and my main channel is this one. This is Kwings Let's Plays. It's our main channel. My solo channel is called Nightwing01, and Amber's solo channel, she keeps changing the name of it, but she doesn't make any money on it. And I don't really make any money on my Batman channel, which is why I'm here all the time. People are like, why are you on this channel all the time? It's like, this channel makes money. The other channel doesn't. The other channel is like kind of a side project. Ow. When the Arkham franchise died for years, like, that channel just dropped off like a stone, and I've never been able to recover it, so... I've been trying to do little Batman things here and there on the other channel, but it doesn't really do much. I think that channel makes grocery money a month. Maybe. Maybe groceries like twice. It's not our bread and butter. This is our bread and butter channel. This channel's got 17,000 videos. By the end of September, this channel will have 18,000 videos. We are one of... There's very few Let's Play channels that has as many videos as us. We are probably, in terms of, like, not subscribers, but in terms of videos, we are probably one of the biggest Let's Play channels on the internet. And we're gonna, you know, hit 18,000 videos, if my calculations are correct, the middle of September. Yeah. Yep. It's kind of crazy. Well, that was a lot of work, you know? my Batman channel doesn't even have like, I think it barely has 2,000 videos. This channel just has, like, the Let's Play channel is a channel that likes to do gaming videos, so, I do gaming. Like, I'm gonna be playing the new Shinobi game in a couple days, gonna be playing the new Kirby DLC. I don't know what other games are coming out. The first week of September, the brand new Indiana Jones DLC, The Order of the Giants. Looking forward to that. And some other stuff. We always cover new games. Whoop. The only reason I'm playing Lego Batman 1 again is because it relates to the reboot of Lego Batman 4. Which I know people are like, technically it's Lego Batman 5. I don't like when you call it LB4. It's like, it's LB4 because the next Lego game was not called Lego Batman 4. It was called Lego DC Supervillains. You can't call it LB4 because it doesn't even have Lego Batman in the title. It's literally Lego DC Supervillains. It's a spin-off game. It's technically part of the Lego Batman storyline, but it's not LB4. There is no LB4. LB4 is a reboot, which is known as Dark Knight Legacy, or Legacy of the Dark Knight. Da 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 da. Whoops. There we go. Lego Arkham, yeah. So what did you guys think of the breakdown video? You watch it? Did you see it? That video took, like, a long time to put together. I noticed a lot of people didn't see it. But I painstakingly broke down pretty much all the gameplay and stealth mechanics of Lego Batman 4 and showed its connection to Arkham. Like, I did that. Wow. Seriously? That's messed up. Yeah. You love Lego Grounded, Batman? Yeah. The heck, man? Maybe Lego Batman could bring the O1 channel back? How? You know I'm gonna be, like, what? Do a live stream series and do uploads on the O1 channel? Like a piggyback? That could be a possibility. We'll see. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Thank you, Redfish. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. I'm just stubborn. I've stuck around so long. I don't even have that many friends on YouTube anymore because they all retired or quit. Most of the people that I know that cover, like, Lego games and Arkham games now, they're all new people. They're actually people that... I have so many new colleagues that I met, and you want to know what they tell me? Wow, this is amazing. I grew up watching you. It's like, what do you mean by grew up? Like, how old were you? I was 10. I'm just thinking, ah, crap. They're like, you were such an inspiration to me to do my Batman channel and stuff like that. And it's just like, I can't believe we're actually talking as equals now. It's like, I mean, yeah, you grew up. I mean, what? I can't do anything about that. I would prefer you stayed 10 years old than me in my 20s. But I can't do anything about that. So there's a lot of new Arkham channels that weren't even really alive when the Arkham games came out. They were just born. And whenever I pop in on their channel, they're like, oh my gosh, it's the GOAT, it's the OG. And I just talk to them as normal, just like, hey, what's up? You know, cool video. I said, you know, you gotta watch out with this company, though. You don't want to give the gamer too much credit or Kotaku, because it'll go to their heads. But, you know, I have that type of, like, Batman aura when I show up on people's channels. Like, people know who I am. And things like that. That's always kind of fun to me a little bit. But, for the most part, I don't know. It's always frightening for me when I run into people that they grew up watching me when they were like 10 or 12 or 14 or 15. And they're in their like 30s or late 20s now, and it's like, oof. I don't like that. Nothing against them personally, it's just I don't like when people tell me they were kids and now they're adults. When they, you know, they were kids when they watched me and now they're so much older. It's like, please don't tell me that. It's gonna make me freak out a little bit. Because then I'll realize I'm old. The cat shorts are cute. I like the cat shorts. I'm a cat person. The cats, what's great about the cats are cute looking. It's not like I'm putting my mug on TV all the time, you know, when I do YouTube shorts. I don't like putting my face on camera. I never liked that. Mostly because I don't go out of my way to look presentable. I have gravity-defying hair. I haven't shaved my beard in quite a while. My razor actually broke. It broke on my beard. I was trying to use the beard trimmer the other day. I got cut really good. I have a ZZ Top beard right now, if anybody gets a reference. And I was trying to trim it, and the razor broke, and I was like, okay, I just need to charge it. It's like, I can't even charge it. It's busted. So now I gotta buy another one. I haven't had that razor 4 or 5 years yet, and it already broke on me. And I'm just like, man, when I was a teenager and in college, I would buy an electric razor. The thing would last for years without any problems, any maintenance. And the newer stuff now, it gives you a nice shave for a while, but then it breaks down for whatever reason. I didn't get any water on it. I never dropped it. It just doesn't work anymore. It's annoying, you know? A little bit. Can I ride the giant T-Rex? Yeah! Yes, I can. I can indeed ride the giant T-Rex. Rawr! Aren't I supposed to dig there? Huh. Okay, never mind. Look, it's the night at the museum. Oh, my goodness. You know, if I was more of a social butterfly, I would try to, you know, get to know a lot of these new Arkham channels and Lego channels, but I just don't have time. Like, I literally live stream like 11 hours a day. That gives me, if I'm lucky, about 2 or 3 hours to put together an uploaded video, do some house chores, hang out with the cats, whatever else, you know, and then get ready for my next day of live streaming. And by like my work schedule too, I'm up at night. I'm not active during the day. Most of these people have normal stuff where they're not up at night. The reason why I like the nightlife is because it's quiet. I hate doing voiceover during the day because voiceover during the day has a lot of problems. It's got a lot of annoying people during the day. At night, when I lay down voiceover for a Batman video or a news video or whatever, it's nice and quiet. I like that. Alright, that's annoying. We gotta move past that. That works. Do I think we'll unlock suits in the Lego Batman 4 game? Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't you? Totally. They said you're gonna unlock suits. They're not doing microtransactions as far as I know. Unless they just said that to you know, look really cool or something like that. Who knows? That's a very good question. I mean, I'm not knocking people if they watch my stuff as a kid. I'm just saying, like, to me it's surreal when someone says, I grew up watching you as a kid and now I watch you with my kids. I think that's how a Power Ranger actor feels. Like, you know, I grew up watching you and now my kids are watching you. Sometimes it takes me back. It's like, wow, I've been doing this a long time. Because you have to understand, for me it doesn't... I've been doing this so long that it's just routine for me. Every day I wake up, I live stream, I write the newsletter, you know, I set up whatever game I'm doing, and it just, like, every day, every year, it's just like that. 365 days a year, every day it's the same thing. And some people are like, don't you get bored of it? It's like, not really, because every day I do something different. If I was playing the same game every day, like, if I got burnout from playing Arkham, like, for 3 months in a row once. That's when I went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. It's like, I don't even want to see this game ever again. So, like, I like playing the Arkham games, but I like spacing them out. Like, that's why I do the whole Arkham Origins, like, every Christmas. It's like, at least I do it, like, every 11 months or something like that. It's not like an everyday thing. There was a new Batman game announced, so of course I'm going to be playing, you know, Batman games a little bit. That makes sense. Because there's a lot of hype for stuff and people are anticipating things. It makes sense to do a little bit of that. But if there was no Batman game announced, I wouldn't be playing this. There'd be no reason. Why would I be playing this game if there was no Batman game announced? It works in the context of, like, it's a trending topic. It makes sense that, you know, people are going to be playing some Lego games again. And the closer we get to release, I'm going to play Lego Batman 2 again. I'll probably play Lego Batman 3. Maybe I'll play this game again with Amber. I don't know. I do like this game. Even though it's linear, I like it. I like it with the Danny Elfman music, but, you know, I like it with my custom soundtrack because I don't have to share my my ad revenue with Danny Elfman. He's not going to come after me for, like, a Super Nintendo music. Oops. Oh, that's right. We need to find a way of turning that. My bad. All right, you got to go up there. You got to climb, lady. Climb, cat lady. There you go. Somebody gave a super chat? Like in the new Batman game, do you think that we'll get DLC in terms of Predator maps, combat challenges, and Batmobile challenges? I don't know. This channel brings you joy and peace. Thank you, Dude on the Moon. Appreciate that. God bless you, buddy. Lego SWS is the only Lego game with microtransactions. Stay that way, Traveler's Tales. There was microtransactions in Lego Batman 2 and Lego DC Supervillains and Lego Batman 3. You bought character packs. Did you forget about that? Lego Batman 2, you had to buy Nightwing and Shazam and a couple other characters. As well as, I think, like, some CW stuff. And then in Lego Batman 3, there were tons of, like, the Batman Anniversary skins that had Nightfall, Batman Beyond, and a bunch of other, like, Batman skins, like Brave and the Bold. You had to pay for the Batman Legacy, whatever it was called, Batman pack. There's been DLC ever since Lego Batman 2. Doesn't that count as microtransactions? You would think, maybe. Do you think in Lego Batman 3 will unlock suits in this? Did I already do Keith? I don't know, Keith. I think you'll unlock suits, like, by finding red bricks and doing Riddler stuff. Collecting studs, that kind of stuff. Who's your favorite Arkham YouTuber nowadays? I don't know, but you remind me of Clown Puncher. Clown Puncher's a new guy. I don't know who he is. I just know he's a new kid. I've spoken to K-Nerd. I probably said his name wrong. He makes a lot of retrospectives and what do they call them? Video. He makes a lot of video essays. I've never spoken to Clown Puncher. There was an email I got during the pandemic from somebody I'd never seen before, and they said, hey, we would love for you to be on our video playing Arkham Origins with some other content creators. And I said, who else is going to be there? They said somebody I don't like, so I said, nah, I can't do it. If you ever do it again without this person, yeah, I'll do it. I can't stand that person. I can't do it. I can't be professional around that person. Sorry. I said, anybody else? Yeah, no problem, but nah, I can't. Me and him, we hate each other, so it doesn't work that way. Sorry. And I never heard back from the Clown Puncher guy, so either he's a friend of that content creator or I don't know. I don't know him personally. I've never met him, though, so I can't tell you. I have no problem with him. But that's the only time I ever heard from him is they were doing some type of Arkham Origins online content creator brawl thingy. So. But I've spoken to a couple of the video essay guys. I wouldn't say that I have a favorite Arkham content creator, like for the new generation, because I don't watch them. My favorite content creator who does Arkham is still AV, because he's a dear friend of mine, and, you know, you might find a couple of my comments on some of his videos, or at least his Twitter. I hang out on his Twitter a lot. I like AV's editing style. His editing style is always really good. But he's a good friend of mine, so, you know, we hang out once in a while. Now what? I mean, if you got a problem with Christians, come talk to me, pal. I'll hand you your teeth. I'm a religious person. You got a problem with Christians? Let's go talk out back. I'm sick and tired of you coming to my channel and harassing my people. Don't do that. Arkham Videos is the GOAT? Yeah. I've never actually heard Arkham Videos speak, though. I've only ever texted him. But yeah, I love his editing style. He's a... I forget what degree he has. He has a lot of stuff. He runs a lot of YouTube channels, too. But his editing style is very impressive. Also, his ability to find obscure, like, music to use in his Arkham videos is incredible. I always ask him, where did you, like, get some type of arrangement for this? He's like, no, it's in the game. I said, it is not. And he's like, here, he says, I'll send you this MP3, and I can tell you exactly where they play this in the background of this Arkham game. And I was like, so you're using obscure music that's actually from the Arkham games for your music? He says, yeah. I said, but I don't recognize this. He says, it's in the game. I said, no, it's not. And he shows me it, and I'm like, it is in the game. He says, I told you. But it's like, how do you get away with that? Because whenever I use Arkham music, you know, he says, because it's not really used in the main campaign, but it's in the game. It's like ambient stuff. I said, dude, you're a genius, you know that? Still uses Arkham videos to this day for Riddler trophies. I mean, who doesn't? Who doesn't? Not many people use my videos for, like, walkthrough purposes. They watch my videos for lore and stuff like that. I had a couple people over the years that were like, I used your Riddler guide to help me beat the game. And I looked at the guy and I was like, huh? He says, yeah. I said, you used my thing as a guide for beating the game. He says, yeah, it was really helpful. I was like, my guide, my walkthrough. And he's like, yeah. I was like, no, you didn't. It's not a guide. He says, well, it says walkthrough. And I said, that's a keyword. I said, I do lore. Like, I run around and I'm talking about all kinds of crazy stuff as I'm, you know, flying through the Gotham or whatever. I don't... you can tell it's an ADD walkthrough. Most of my walkthroughs, they're like blind walkthroughs. It's always been like that, though. DLC is optional microtransactions and are... Okay, alright, I'll give you that, Super. I'll give you that. Miku's like, awkward. I love that Red Hood is in the game because I would love... I hope that Red Hood is in the game. Because I would love Under the Red Hood storyline. I would love Under the Red Hood storyline too, Keith. That's a great storyline. Hey, Kwing, been a fan. What kind of cat is Link, and will you replay Arkham games? You want me to replay the Arkham games again? I promise you, I will play Arkham Origins again this Christmas. How's that? I will be replaying Arkham again this Christmas. On this channel. Christmas Eve. It's a promise. Before then, no comment. I'm doing a bi-monthly uploaded series on my O1 channel. It's optional, it's optional. Arkham Videos is literally Batman. I'm starting to wonder if he is. Whoa. Dun 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 dun. You don't like how we block people? What? You're not allowed to say something, like, super inoffensive to somebody. It doesn't work that way, so yeah, you get blocked. Yeah, I know, honey. Go back to sleep. He wants to be a mod? Da, 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 da. Yeah, I'll tell you a little secret. If you see a Assassin's Creed video or Assassin's Creed channel that is very similar to how Arkham videos does thing, it's most likely he has 5 other YouTube channels on games like Assassin's Creed, Grand Theft Auto, what was the other game? Splinter Cell, I think. Red Dead Redemption, and there was one other game. I don't remember the other one. Because there are times that his YouTube channel isn't active, and he has, he's a non-commentary channel, so he has, several... He didn't put all his eggs in one basket. He's got several YouTube channels. Da, 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 da. He has way more channels than I do. I know most of what I know about Batman because of your lore videos. Yeah, see, that's more common. Yeah. No, you're fine, Granddaddy. We'll see, man. I loved your Arkham Wednesdays back in the day. I liked Arkham Wednesdays. That was fun. That was my way of taking old school, ways of doing very simplistic videos while educating people on, Batman stories from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. That was a lot of fun. I did enjoy that. The problem with that is it became a little bit too demanding. I get burnout pretty easily. So what happened with all that lore stuff is eventually, I just ran out of stuff to talk about, as well as, there was so much pressure for me to continue it. I had people that only subscribed for the lore, so when I would do other Batman content, they wouldn't watch it. So when I wanted to do a playthrough of an Arkham game, or I wanted to, I had all these, hundreds of thousands of people that were just there for lore videos, and when I wasn't doing the current day comics and stuff like that, or if I talked about the current day comics in a way they didn't like, people got really mad and stuff like that, and it became too stressful for me. I was like, and a lot of comic fans, I wouldn't say comic fans, I'd say current day comic fans really bothered me to the point where they just I looked at Arkham Wednesdays and all this other stuff, and I was like, I never want to do this again because these people ruined it. And, had comic books not changed the way that they did, I don't think I ever would have stopped doing Arkham stuff that way. But, the culture changed for a while, and then I grew to hate my older work too. Because it was just do I really want to deal with... Because what would happen is these people would... I would do, like, some type of video on something that they didn't like, or whatever, but the majority of the people liked it. The small minority of people didn't like it. And then they would come and they would harass me during my live streams, and they would, like, cyber attack, and they would, you know, write horrible things about Amber. They'd super chat nasty things. They would disrupt the chat. They would spread lies. They'd do all kinds of stuff. And it just came to the point, like, where working over on the other channel, to me, was a detriment. It wasn't fun anymore. It's like, every time I worked on that channel, it was literally stress. And so my channel basically just died over there because I couldn't continue it because there was just so much animosity over there. You know, it was a place that I created that was eventually turned into something that was, like, Batman related. It started as a retro, like, gaming channel, like a love for retro games. And then it morphed into doing modern games because I was a game journalist at the time. And then from there came the Batman stuff. And the Batman stuff totally transformed the channel. But, you know, it also brought a lot of headaches with it. So, you know, that's why when people are like, oh, you're probably going to go back to doing lore and stuff like that. It's like, I would love to, but there's so much animosity on the internet about me that, like, when it comes to my Arkham lore and stuff, and people, they still, even the people that hate me, they're like, well, he taught me everything I know about Batman, so I'll always respect him about that. But I hate this about him, and I hate that, and blah, 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 and it's just like, that stuff gets back to me, and I'm just kind of like, it's hard to drown out all the noise and then just go to work, because it's like, you have, like, this small fringe group of people that just hate your guts, and especially they like one aspect of the things that you did. And I don't want to actually make something because they might get some type of enjoyment from it. Like, it's dead to me. Like, they're dead to me, and I'm just like, it's hard to think about. It's hard to, you know, just go through and write the bullet points and go through and read a story and just, like, focus on it. And I tried really hard during the pandemic to do Batman 89 lore, but the comics were just so bad and so toxic that, like, I remember constant times, like, you know, taking what I was writing and just tearing it up and being like, no, I can't. How am I not going to talk about this because they bring this issue up? It's like, it was tying my hands on a lot of things. And a lot of DC's comics were like that. Like, I tried to write tons of lore on Batgirl of Burnside, but I would end up having to rip chunks of the stuff out because it's like, well, how am I not going to bring this up? If I don't bring this up, they're going to say this about me. If I don't do this... If I completely ignore it, then, you know, people are going to say, oh, I can see why you left that section out. And, you know, it just came to the point where it's like, all right, I'm going to reinvent myself, and I'm going to do Batman the Animated Series stuff, because there's no way that people can harm Batman the Animated Series stuff. They can't ruin that for me. And they couldn't, but the problem is, then I was like, by that point, my Let's Play channel was suffering so much that it was like I had to become a full-time streamer. So that's what happened with the lore. It's like I tried to reinvent the wheel. I even made an announcement that I was going to do, like, episode lore of Batman the Animated Series, wearing the, you know, Batman skin. And, you know, by the time I actually got around to working on that stuff, the Let's Play channel needed my full attention. And that's where I've been the past, like, 6 years, is I've just been over here. Just trying to keep this boat from sinking. Like, I'm constantly taking, like, a water pail and I'm just bailing out. Because once this channel goes, then we have no way of supporting ourselves. So I'm what basically keeps us afloat. But it's like the channel itself hit the tide, like hit an iceberg, and it's bringing in water, but it hasn't sunk yet. But it's like we're always constantly, you know, bailing it out. The more members we have, like, the easier it is for the boat to stay afloat. But month to month, it's a month-to-month thing. Like, we never know if it's going to be like, we're going to be here the month after that, or, you know, it's always that type of high tension. Which is, it's frustrating, because, I mean, our YouTube channel was never like that. If there was somehow that our old videos would come back to life, all our viral videos are shut off. So, like, every single viral video hasn't made a dime in almost 6 years. And it's upsetting, because that's how YouTubers survive. If you have a YouTube channel and you've gone viral like 100 times, you should be set for life in terms of revenue. But every single viral video we've ever done, we earn $0 a month. And it's true. And if we had those viral videos, like, you know, and we didn't get shadow banned, then those videos would continually earn an income. I probably would have been a much happier person over the past 4, 5, 6 years. I became quite a grump. But it is what it is. So, you know, I just pull myself up and I keep going, and in the back of my head I think maybe someday I can get to writing like Batman lore again and it'll make me happy, but right now it just makes me depressed. So I don't really think about it too much. Every time I try to start writing a Batman thing, I just think about, well, you know, they're just gonna ask me why I'm not doing Batman Absolute, or why I'm not talking about Tim Drake, or why I'm not doing all this other stuff. So then I just like end up deleting when I'm writing, and I just, you know, I just can't turn the voices off, basically. It's like a really serious version of writer's block, basically. Did we get another super chat? Did I miss something? You were not attacked by Jacob. You told him to go. Yeah, see, this dude is a bigot. Luke, which Batman suit do you like so far in the pre-alpha build? I like the Dark Knight suit. The Dark Knight suit would be the one that I like in the pre-alpha build. No fun allowed. I was sad when I saw Nightwing on one channel didn't post that much. Yeah, I mean, that's why, though. I have a lot of mental blocks. Remember those times? That was horrible. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Well, every time I make a news video over there, like, read the comments, like, before the mods erase them. Just see the kind of stuff that happens in the chat and other things. And Amber and myself, we see that stuff all the time. So it's like, if I do a Batman video over there, I made a Batman video explaining that Batman girls are not really villains or whatever, or making fun of, like, Bruce Timm or whatever. And people were saying, Bruce Timm never got canceled. It's like, yes, he did. And they're like, well, that doesn't count. That's not cancel culture. It's like, yes, it is. You know, so, like, when you force somebody to change who they are so that they, you know, only listen to what you tell them to do, that is a form of cancel culture. And so when people said, you know, Bruce Timm is a bad person because he draws, you know, smexy art on his website, he needs to do whatever you say, that is a form of, like, cancel culture and other things. So, you know, I was just telling people how it was, basically. I was recounting the facts, and, you know, when I tell people the facts, they get mad. Pretty much. Okay, I don't remember how to get past this part. Do I have to submarine it, or... We're in a strange section that I don't remember how to do this. Oh! Do I need to be Bane? Or Killer Croc? Killer Croc necessary for this one? Like, what is that? Oh! Okay, I just need to press the stupid button. Well, that makes sense, I guess. I don't know. And now I need to blow that stuff up. So we have to go back and get the Ow. I always do bad in these vehicle levels. I don't think I need to do a mystery stream tonight. I think I should just do this for a while and then do work on my Batman video, my Court of Owls video. Because I do have to record footage tonight. I'm gonna have to dig up my old Xbox and play the Gotham Knights game. Oh no. Just so I get a random encounter of a ow. Random encounter of the Court of Owls. And I need to record footage of LEGO DC Supervillains with the Court of Owls running around. Oh no, it's the same stupid boss fight that the Penguin had to do, except now it's the giant GCPD thing. Good job, Traveler's Tales. Let's reuse the same boss fight. Oop. Dun 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 dun. Whoa. Maybe we need to be what's his face? What now? Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't worry about it. Can you replay Mortal Kombat versus DC before Lego Batman Legacy? Yeah, that's probably something we could do. I love the only brave and the bold playthrough you did with Amber back in the day. I think that's how I found you guys. Lonesome, we have another Brave and the Bold playthrough. We have a 10-year anniversary playthrough on this channel. The original playthrough is still on the 01 channel, but we do have another one. What is my favorite game? OAT? What does that mean? Understandable? I remember those times. Yeah. Geeky asked something. Understand, honestly, current comics aren't as good as some of the past stuff. Recently read Batman Hush 2. It was unfortunately not that good. Jim Lee's art was great, but the writing fell. Yeah, I hear you. In your Bale voice, say, "You're dead to me." I'll hurt my voice. That's fine. I mean, I don't agree with everybody's politics either, but, you know, people should be able to be civil with each other. But that's, yeah, I have a lot of mental blocks for doing lore videos. Yeah. You sent a super chat? Thank you, Geeky. I am trying to. There's mods that are working full time. This person just keeps coming back. You should do some collab videos with Degenerate Jay. I am friends with Jay. I'm just really busy and I sleep during the day. Need to make Kwings one of the most subscribed channel by the end of the year, but YouTube's just going to take like 50,000 subs at the end of the year. They always do. We've been so close to hitting, what are we, how many subs are we at again? 500,000? We've been so close to 600,000 like 5 years in a row. We always reset back down to 560, you know? We've never gotten to 570 or 5... Oh, no, we got to 580 one year. 580,000. But, yeah. What did Robin say when he saw Batman doing laundry? Holy tighty whities, Batman. I killed Alfred in the Batcave. Since the new LEGO game is combining movie and comic stories, do you think when Bane breaks Bruce's back, The Dark Knight Rises, we could get Azrael? That's what I was thinking too, Sean. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was thinking too. If they're calling it a legacy game and they're doing The Dark Knight Rises, what if, like, Batman, when he gets his back broken, we actually get Nightfall for a little bit? That'd be dope. Does anybody remember how to do this section? There's no bombs for me to drag, so... Unless that's what I was just supposed to do. Open the torpedoes. I'm just supposed to open the torpedoes? Is that really it? I guess so. Ah, that didn't work. If you're so smart, why aren't you? Okay, this dude's annoying. Oh. Sorry, Killer Croc. Actually hurting you now or what? Maybe? Oh, the missiles. The missiles have to hit the boat. Wait, why did the missiles not hit the boat? Oh, I think I need to do it as a submarine. Wait, what? Ouch. Yeah, I think I thought I could do it. There we go. I don't like these vehicle levels. I infected Bruce Wayne. Need to hit the center area. Yeah. Hi, Luke. Sorry for coming in late. Was working. Do you like how... What? Do you like how the game will have basically what Origins had? I am the Knight mode? Yeah. Do you think in the new Lego Batman game we will have explorable Wayne Manor? I've been hearing this a lot from people. Did they even talk about Wayne Manor at all? Like, at all did they talk about it or no? I don't think we're doing an ultimate selects tonight. Or whatever, I don't feel like it. Now we have to break out Poison, or break out Catwoman. And then it goes to the zoo, and then it's over. Yeah. So I'd much rather work on my video tonight. You were questioning how they had Nicholson and Ledger's Jokers. Maybe the chemicals just drive him insane, but don't bleach his skin, hence the face paint. Ledger looks like Nicholson attitude. I mean, I don't see how his face couldn't be bleached white, though. He falls in the vat of chemicals. Every time Joker falls in the vat of chemicals, his skin changes. You know, his skin gets destroyed. Shoot, where is... Uh-oh. Why did they ruin my Photoshop? This is not what I was doing. I hate when they do this. What? Hang on, guys. I'm looking for something. Where's the home option? None of these are the recent ones that I was working with. What the heck? Something happened to my Photoshop. Well, that sucks. Weird. Very weird. Oh well. I fixed it. Do I think that the new Lego game will get a demo? I don't know. Probably not. I think they should do a demo, but I don't see it happening. That'd be great, though. I just don't know, like, they don't really give out demos as much as they used to. Also, it's an alpha build. I don't think... usually they don't make alpha builds available for the public to play. Those are only, like, special events. Because alpha usually have a lot of problems. You know? And if the alpha build looks as good as they said it did, I mean, I'm curious to see what the, you know, the beta looks like, or, like, near the finalized product. Because the alpha looks pretty darn good. It really does. Boom. Bum 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 bum. Do. Oh, this poison. Whoops. Tall, dark, and mean, get down here. Yeah, so we're gonna save the mystery stream for tomorrow, guys, just because I'm kind of spent. I want to work on my Batman video as much as possible tonight. So we're gonna save that for tomorrow. And Kirby will be after. So yeah. Just don't have the energy for it. The last question, do you think this new LEGO game will... Oh, you already asked about the demo thing. That was the last question. What up, K-Wing? Hi, Anonymous Fox. Please, the last demo they gave us was like LEGO Batman 2. Yeah, that was a long time ago. The PlayStation Plus does get trials, like Skywalker Saga. That's true. Oh, okay, so the developer did say that Wayne Manor would be in the game? That's awesome, I didn't know that. Maybe it's Joker's body double for killing Joke. Okay. Super Reviewer was timed out? What for? Oh, for all caps. Yeah, remember, Super Reviewer, don't use all caps, man. That goes against the rules. Hope you have a good night. Will you be streaming tomorrow? Yeah. And we're doing the Joker section tomorrow, yeah. Yeah. Tonight was the Penguin. Tomorrow is the Joker stuff, totally. I need to get some more Batman soundtracks, though. I'm gonna try to get the Batman Beyond soundtrack from the N64. And Batman Return of the Joker on NES. Dun, 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 dun. Da, 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 da. What's that guy doing? Do 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 do. Seriously, dude? You wanna go? Let's go. This is Batman Genesis, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, so I need to get the NES soundtrack for Batman Return of the Joker. And also like to get the animated series Game Boy soundtrack. Is not too bad. It's just the quality's not very good. Quality's pretty bad. Whoops. And I just zip over here, and then I build this. It's Mario Pipes. See? I believe that's what the reference is. The Super Mario pipe thingy. Pipe maze. Dun dun dun. I'm pretty sure Batman on Genesis is the NES Batman game, but with better music. Pretty sure. But I'd have to double check that. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, so just a reminder, guys, don't use all caps. It doesn't really get my attention very much. It just like the mods will time you out. Hey, now, don't come over here by me. Okay, I guess Zelda's coming over by me. Zelda, you realize you're endangering me with Link if you come over here. He's like, I don't care. I don't want to be bullied by that ruffian. Well, I can put you in the basement so you're by yourself. And Link doesn't let me pick him up, so... Killer Croc making a giant crocodile. Ha! Comedy gold. And it makes a giant crocodile tail. Ha! Ha 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 ha. Get him! The fact that they're not fighting back just shows you how evil Killer Croc is. Killer Croc's like, I don't care that they're not fighting back. Destroy them! Oops. How far can the crocodile go? Can't go up the stairs. Alright. Do you have to defeat all the people there? No. How does one go up the stairs? Oh, never mind. Never mind. Whee! Gotta, yeah, surface. And then Penguin just blows this up. Or, yeah. How did that happen? Best not to question it. Dun 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 dun. Whack whack whack. Up and away. GoldenEye bathroom. Kidding. It could be a reference to GoldenEye, but probably not. If you came in through the ventilation system, it would be a reference to GoldenEye. Whenever you see a game come in through the ventilation system and there's a guy on the toilet, it's a GoldenEye reference. It is. Oh. Dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Oh, that's right. We get the new Bond game next year, too. I'm excited about that. He-Man, Bond, Lego Batman. And then later this year, we get the Marvel Secret Wars game. Marvel Invasion. Which will get people hyped for the Avengers movie next year. Avengers Doomsday. All good. Huh. Oh. There's nothing in there. Oh! Dumb. And now we gotta save Catwoman. Killer Croc and Bane are stupid strong in this. They just are. It's a complete Bond reboot? Yeah, I know. Yep. Let all the prisoners out, for reasons. We let the Goon Squad out. Good job, Goon Squad. And when you get back, you'll have no beds to sleep in, though. Oops. I don't remember what they want me to do. Oh, wait. Yes, I do. Get back here. You need to blow this up. There you go. Was that some significance? No? Huh. thought there was a reason why I blew that up. I guess not. Oh! Well, that worked. I'm gonna wreck him. Ooh, oh, ooh, oh, ooh. Later. Ooh, score multiplier. Really? I don't see a score multiplier anymore. Oh, okay. Well, bye. We gave him flying lessons. Still Genesis Batman. Got it covered. Alright. Whoops. Time to let the cat out of the prison. Boom. Mine Xbox or PC? This is Steam Deck. You're watching Steam Deck. One more level left, I think. You like Flash and Green Lantern? Which Flash and Green Lantern? Are you a Wally West person or a Barry? And are you more Hal Jordan or Jon Stewart? Wait, Sean, the dev said all the Batmen now? What interview did they say all the Batmen? I'd like to watch that interview. Hey, Dark Knight fan, how's it going? They left Man-Bat to deal with it. Oh yeah, this is non-sponsored. No. the likelihood of me being sponsored by WB again is, like, not likely. It could, I don't know. Whoops. Get out of the water. Well, that's one way of dealing with that guy. Blow him up. When in doubt. Explosions. Oh, the penguin was just sitting there. That's poison ivy stuff. Green ooze. We don't want to swim in that. Oh. Catwoman can just jump right over it. Well, that makes sense. Alright, we'll fix that. Are you serious? You can't why? No, I don't like this. There we go. Batman Returns characters. Batman Returns music. Let's go. Umbrella time. Oops. Hey now. I don't know what to do with that. I mean, YouTube will never do anything with their copyright system. I like my custom soundtrack. You kidding me? I'm listening to Batman games that came out when I was a kid. It makes my playthrough more fun, because I've played these games so many times over that it gives me something different. Also, like, I used to play to custom game soundtracks, like, before I was a streamer. So the fact that I can do somewhat of a custom soundtrack while I play games, it's kind of fun. There's no way I'm gonna get copyrighted for, like, a Batman game from 30 years ago. No way. But Danny Elfman's music? Yeah. Also, did you know in the Lego Batman 1 game, they reused Danny Elfman's, like, Batman theme almost the entire game? They don't even do the Batman Returns soundtrack. The soundtrack that they used for this game, even though it's heavily inspired by Batman Returns, is only Batman 89. There's like 14 songs that they reuse over and over and over and over and over and over. Even songs that don't make any sense, like the Vicky Vale love theme. That's what they do. We're not done yet? Really? Oh, there's still more. Do 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 do. You can get up there. Stop that. Thank you. Keep the ball rolling. There we go. Yeah. Tried to get the Batman Vengeance soundtrack, but it didn't work right. When they did the Batman soundtrack from that game, they weren't like doing constant beats and stuff like that. They were trying to follow the action of the scene. So there's numerous times where the music will change when Batman's running away from an explosion or something like that. So the Batman Vengeance music is actually really good, but it doesn't work for like a custom playback because it's just you'd have stuff like randomly crescendoing all the time. Oh, we're not there yet. Oh, okay. What about now? Was that not it yet? Nunny? That can't be right. Oh, right. We need to drive the vehicle over. Yeah. You care to do the honors, Kitty Cat? Miss Kit Kat. Kit Kat. Boom! Winning. She doesn't like lampposts, so she breaks them for reasons. In order to break that, you have to be poison ivy. Whoops. How does one get through? Oh. Oh, I see it now. That's how you do it. And then you're just gonna drive right through it. Clever game. Very clever. No, I didn't say I'm doing that today. Shouldn't it be tomorrow? Yeah, no, yeah, that'll be tomorrow. That's correct. No, yeah. Penguin's having some problems. Penguin's glitching out, man! Are you okay, Penguin? Gotcha. Oof. That was rough. Don't do that. There you go. Do 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 do. Yep, seduce this fool. Well, that was pretty easy. Is no one else concerned by the fact that there's toxic waste here? Okay. I have to do this in free roam. Whatever. Surf's up, dudes. Do. Yep, we're almost done. Cool. Boom, 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 boom. Can she jump up over there? Nope. When did he have time to go and build the penguins down there? Whoa, 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 wait. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Ah. Come on. Sorry, I was setting up the Kirby stream. Bow, 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 bow. Do. Now we have to get over there and flip the switch somehow. And I don't remember how to do that. Ha 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 ha. Fun. Herp. Catwoman fight. I don't know why I thought that was gonna work. Hey, do you guys remember how to get up there or no? Yeah, I don't remember how to get up there. Okay, there we go. Never mind. Huh. Man, games used to have such a unique identity with their music. Oh, there's Catwoman. Alright, let's finish this. No, it's... I screwed up. Penguin's top. There we go. Yeah, they're playing Danny Elfman's music again. Penguin people holding up regular people. Oh, good times. Oh, if I had a red brick. Oh well. It's not a big deal. Well, that was fun. You guys are my childhood? Thank you, Daniel. I mean, you can't do anything about it, Jacob. Sorry. I can't prevent that kind of stuff, man. It's the internet. Alright, cool. So, anyway, guys and gals, that does it for your Lego Batman video tonight. Tomorrow will be the wrap-up as we play as Joker and Harley Quinn. And then I will still have Lego Batman news videos and speculation and, like, my favorite suits or speculation videos, that kind of stuff will, you know, trickle on the channel from time to time. Probably be, like, at least a new Lego Batman 4 news video every, like, probably 3 weeks leading up to the release. I think that's what I'm shooting for. This week you have 2 more videos. You got the Court of Owls video tomorrow, because they were announced over the weekend. The Court of Owls will be in the game, so I'm going to do a speculation video. Well, I'm already writing it. Or actually, I already did the voiceover, so I need to edit it. And then on Thursday will be my gameplay of the first 30 minutes of the story. Or the 30 minutes of the alpha build. And then over the weekend will be the not top 10, the Q&A video that you guys wanted. That I recorded that and it came out to 40 minutes. There's a lot of questions I answered. And no, I'm not writing people's names because that'll take forever to edit. And then I guess the next video after that will be like my favorites, my most requested suits for the characters or something like that. I'm gonna do a video like that. I'm gonna try to keep striking while the iron's hot. Sometime this week will be your Batman Arkham episode number 8 of Arkham Knight on the O1 channel. Shooting for a release on probably Wednesday. So, Kid Testers and Team Mascot. This actually works well for an ending credits thing. Ha! Very ending creditsy. Yeah, the Court of Owls are going to show up in the game, so we're going to talk about that. There's graffiti all over Gotham with the Court of Owls references, so at least the Gotham that they found. Dun, dun, dun. Do the Pulp Fiction dance from Shantae. Yeah. So your streams tomorrow will be this. Well, not this in particular, but you've got Kirby, this, and then there'll be a mystery stream. So I'm going to go get to work on my video. Where's Amber? Sleeping. Amber works at a restaurant at 4 in the morning. She had to get a job because YouTube's so bad. YouTube ad revenue gets worse every year, so rather than having the channel completely disappear, she got a side job to help with things like groceries and some bills. Otherwise, we would have had to, you know, shut the channel down this year, I think. Alright, guys. You have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow. And thank you for all the super chats. You guys are breathtaking. Every little bit helps.